Welcome to the Farming Simulator 22 Farewell Tour. In this series, we're going to be traveling from all three of the base game maps and all three of the DLC maps. Elmcreek, Hibernation, Erlengrad, Silver Run Forest, Horse Aggravation, and Zilonka. Each map will get 3 episodes and we'll take our equipment and money from one to the other. Each will start with the new farmer fields owned though. Extra fields that were purchased beyond new farmer mode will be sold at the end of the 3-part series and used to buy new land in the next one. The goal is to make as much money as possible and expand each of our farms, but while trying to keep the next map in mind. Sure, using logging equipment on Silver Run Forest is useful, but not so much on the Horse Aggravation map. There's not many trees. Elwyn will be using mostly base game and DLC equipment as well as giant software mods, but we'll have some goodies mixed in there too, of course. So sit back and relax and let's get this tour started. Now, one of my favorite things about Farming Simulator is that there are some mods that look exactly like giant software stuff. For example, I've already traded out a couple things. We'll show you that in a minute, but I want to start you guys with this one, the Nordstead. So this is actually available in a mod as a direct drill, meaning we don't need a cultivator anymore. And it's actually one of my favorite mods. It's called Seeding Options. It's just incredible. What it does is it gives you the option to do fertilizer yes or no on some things, and everything is direct drill. So this, yes, it's a base game, but it's also now direct drill. So we're gonna start ourselves with one of those and reset our money back to 100, and then I think we should be good. And what better way than to get it started on seeding? Oh yeah, and isn't it full of seed whenever we do that too? Yeah, there we go. All right, that might be almost as much as we will cheat. Maybe more, we'll see. All right, hire them on a worker, let them do their thing. Rock and roll, have some fun, bud. Next is to harvest. So we've got our Dewey's 4 top liner right here, and this actually is modified as well, only holds more. You guys know me, like to hold more. If I can, I'll do it. There at least this guy, and I don't really know if we need it. The 4755 is awesome. It's got a great amount of horsepower, so if there's anything we ever needed to do, it's perfect for that. The turning radius, when compared to other things in Farming Simulator, is a wee bit rough. Plus, let's be honest, between 3 fields, I don't need 3 tractors. And let's also be honest here, I don't need a header trailer either. So these are things that we could get rid of to help us out in the long run. And maybe even a pickup truck. I'm not even sure if we actually need a pickup truck or not, but we'll hang on to it for now. There are other things that we need. So we need something that's going to be able to pick up straw or grass, whatever's on the ground, so that we could sell that. That's going to make us a little bit more money, and we need to think overall, not just here and now, but we need to be thinking about the rest of the series. So we're going to keep the Massey Ferguson, we're going to keep the 7810, and we're going to keep the combine harvester as well as the pickup truck for now, because if we keep the pickup truck, I don't need a bell trailer. I can just make the bells and throw them on the back of that. Let's take the cultivator, throw it in there. We'll grab our header trailer and throw it in there as well. Now, there is one other thing that I've just thought about in my head just now. Contracts. We could easily do cultivating contracts and just use this tractor as a contract tractor. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. That's such a good idea. I will also say this, for as much as I think it'll be worth it. So 53 right here, 53 needs to be cultivated. It's $30,000. It's going to take a hot minute. That is much larger than all 3 of our fields combined. So I think sell all these and use the money for something that could be worth it for us. Oh, I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt. So another $100,000. Good to go. You guys will also be proud of me. I've not fast farmed on this one yet. Oh, I wanted to. I wanted to fast farm so bad, but I haven't yet. So my biggest plan here is going to be pretty much to save as much as we can and then sell everything right near the end. So we're going to try and utilize the money that we've got currently and save it as much as we possibly can. So our loading wagon of choice should probably not come as any shock or surprise. I've utilized this multiple times. It is a base game mod, but it's a base game mod. It's a base game piece of equipment, but I've modified it to hold more. It's base game, right? That fits? Oh man, I sold that weight. I should have saved it for this tractor. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Ooh, the Dewey's 4 top liner has finished its harvesting. I kind of want to poke over here real quick because it does take forever for these to unload. And look a good 3,696 liters, so nothing to call home about. but it's enough to get started. That is great news. All we gotta do is get this stuff off of here, and we will be good to go from there. Something else I should have done was fertilized that field over there. Oof. If you guys didn't know, I have crop destruction, periodic plowing, field stone, lime, and weeds all turned on. All right, we've just had some more contracts pop up, and I think this is a good one. Field 39. This is going to be a oat harvesting. We are not going to borrow the items. We are just going to accept the contract as it sits, and it should be good to go. It's a big field, so it's going to take this harvester a while to do it. I think it'll be fine, right? Right? You'll be fine. I forgot how slow 12 miles an hour is, but I did remember why I never used this combine. So I guess that's all good, right? Because of its straight lines and ease of, well, access, this was probably one of the first fields a lot of you either did contracts on or maybe even purchased. Hey, let me know if it was. The only difficult part was how we were going to line up passes with this field. So I think what I'm gonna do is run for the size of this combine, and because I know it's going to be an idiot trying to turn around, I think I'm going to run 3 passes at the top, and then we will run around to the bottom, and then basically do the same. Oh yeah, and we're fast farming again. No, I'm not waiting around. Before we do anything else, I need to do a fertilizer, but I'm going through. Are there no fertilizers? Like, I know that this thing will inject fertilizer, but the slurry is fertilizer, yes, but are there no pieces of equipment that are just fertilizer spreaders? I guess if we want to use something giants in this case, we're going to have to use something base game or maybe something else. All right, so let's do some math here. This one's probably going to be a little bit too big, if I'm honest. Well, actually, I don't know. Is this too big? The price is too big. You know what? I'll make you a deal. We will take a look at it and see. I don't know. But it's not too bad. I was looking at this, or possibly even one from the Kubota equipment pack. Since Kubota was the DLC, looking at this, it's going to be very big on the back of whatever we put it on, especially filling it up with so much fertilizer, but yeah, I think it'll be okay. And we'll have the fertilizer and a new weight delivered over to our main farm so that we've got it. We'll get it started with a single weight here, and then I can't remember if I actually have to lift up these bags or not in order to run them. We can fill it up just fine. I got 2,000 liters and 1,000 liter thing at the front. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I figured running maybe 2 would be a lot better than trying to run a whole lot more than that. This is gonna be real heavy for this. Into the fields we go, and we're probably gonna be able to do it in single pass. Yep, I gotta tell you, running a solid fertilizer sprayer or spreader or whatever you wanted to call it, this might be one of the best investments that you can make to your farm in new farmer mode. I mean, it's awesome. Also, I think I'm going to run straight across. There's no point not to. I'm already in it. Just, if you guys could do me a favor, don't tell real farmers that I'm spreading fertilizer over top of straw. Cool? Cool. A couple other things. We've picked up some seeds here and had them delivered. It's not going to be a whole lot, but it's just enough. And yes, if you're curious, we are doing wheat in all of the above. So we're putting them in all the fields, and hopefully this will do us good for, I don't know, part 1 and 2 maybe part 3. I don't know. Do your job. This is a weird one. That's a different ground texture than the rest of it. Huh. I don't know. Oh yeah, and evidently these fields need to be plowed. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. So let's get some more harvesting done. I'm gonna go ahead and finish our headlands here, and we'll find out what happens whenever we're all done and able to set it on a worker. 3 headlands at the top, but it's not great. However, I'll give you this much. It's almost as much as we got off their entire field on our main farm, so this ain't too bad. Speaking of the main farm, how's idiot number 1 doing? Not too bad. We got a bunch of weird marks in the field. But I'm pretty sure that's where I've driven over stuff, so who knows. I don't even know why I modified this to hold 100,000 liters. We're never gonna even fill it up halfway. So we've got our worker heading out on the other field. It's still got a few things to do. Let's go enable our fast farm mod, or real speed limit, and we're gonna go ahead and knock all of this out, all this straw, and then we could jump on the other field where we've got our worker right now doing the combine. We could jump over there and start picking that straw up as well, because we're utilizing a mod pick up straw at contracts. I don't know, it's Ghost mod. It's pretty sweet. Something tells me that straw is going to be the main source of income on this first part. All right, so good things. We've got 2 of our 3 fields that have now been seeded. Now we've got 1 more to go to get them all up to wheat. Let's go and fill back up with seeds a little bit. There we go. Oh, it's only held 600 liters? Oh, I thought I held a lot more than that. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Let's bring it over here, drop it down, turn it on, and go. Hire worker. Seeding is done. So we're all good here. I'm going to go fill up with a little bit more seed. Looking at the fields now, that's definitely where I drove through earlier. I don't know how crop destruction works. I never use it. All right, that's about as good as that can go right there. I don't know where to put this. I think when I first started, I put it like right here. So maybe that'll work out okay. Yeah. Hopefully in the next game, we are able to have some buildings that are a little bit more usable. I mean, yes, this building's usable, but I feel like it's not. All right, we'll get a little bit more fertilizer put down, and I don't know if this one spreads lime or not. If it doesn't, we may not be getting lime, though we do have the money for it. Definitely, in my mind, the best performing tractor of the new tractor, their new farmer tractor stuff. Love this thing so much. 7810 is absolutely epic, and I even got to chat with John Deere in Mannheim a little bit about this one, and they were super excited to get the 7810 in as well. Okay, what's next? Contract 50% done. It's taking a while. This combine is a little bit small. I think that may be one of the first things that we should upgrade. Honestly, these tractors are doing a-okay. Seeder's a little bit small, but you know, depending on how big our fields get, maybe we just buy 2? I don't know. I'll be interested to see what pieces of equipment last all the way to the very end. I'll be able to do a few little odds and ends. I'm gonna come over here and go and dump this into the silo. That will work. Is that 3,600 liters? Nice, nice, nice. Something else I wanted to look into was possibly chickens or something like that. So I've gone in and gotten a hold of a chicken coop that I think may work, a modified base game one, to hold a little bit more, you know, do the things that I like to do. We're gonna fly around this one real quick, see if we can pick this up before it finishes the field. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I have decided that I really like driving this John Deere around, man. I'll give you that much. All right, that should be it. Oh, and it's turned itself off, of course. There we go. All right, let's empty this out. We got quite a bit. What is that? 33,000 liters. Very nice. So we're taking this all the way up to the top of the map right here. That's going to be the grain mill. And we don't need to sell everything, just about, I think it's what, 80-90% of this. We'll get it down to about 10,000, though it's going to go fast. I think I've got it set to go 5,000 liters a second. Well, it's not super duper fast. There we go. We'll stop it around there. 73%, 81, 87, 92, and contract finish. Did I make any money? Do we finish it literally on the mark? 3,490. No. Well, crap. So now total we have made 50,000, spent a little bit of money. Oh, and we got to collect our stuff from the contract as well. Totally forgot about that. There we go. A little bit of money. Definitely don't think it was worth it, but hey, it is what it is. And honestly, we don't have a lot to show for it. 3,600 liters of wheat, 2,100 liters of oats. Nothing else. So we need to do something. Get this bag out of here. All right, this is what I'm thinking about right here, right in the middle of this little area right here. Boom, right there. Just chickens. I got it set to 5,000 chickens. You guys know how I do. 1,000,000 liters for everything, or 5,000 chickens or whatever. Maybe we'll pull it away from the field just a little bit, like right there. Maybe even get it up close to the silo. Yeah, that's like, oh, it's perfect. I don't know how many to buy, though. All right, well, we bought 100. Let's see how much food they require daily. 500 liters. Okay, not bad. 6,000 liters of food year-round. Okay, that is doable. I don't know how many eggs they're going to make, but that should do pretty well. Let's give them all the wheat that we have. Or oats. Nah, yeah, we get more money from oats. We'll keep those. Let's give them all of the wheat that we have, and then over time they should make us plenty of eggs. Maybe. I don't know. We'll also see if we can fill this thing up with, 5,000 chickens by the end of the series. You never know. So I think from there that is probably good for part 1. The idea is just like a normal Let's Play that I do. The first episode, we will do a lot of harvesting and getting things kind of prepared and ready to go. Get out of here, birds! Buy t-shirts at Teespring. Part 2 will be getting things kind of situated, and if there's any extra seeding that needs to be done, maybe some extra contracts, some non-farming work, and then episode 3 will be farming and field work and harvesting again. So we'll see how we do. Something tells me we're not going to be expanding much in the first one. Today, we're going to be making a little bit more money. So what I've found is a field that we can afford. It's about $140,000. We've got about 145. It's very close to our farm, which is nice, and we can get straw off of it. I was actually on my way to go sell this right now, but unfortunately, we got another job to do. Oh yeah, and because of that, we're also going to be able to feed our chickens? I don't know. Maybe we'll sell this. I have no idea. It's right over here, right across the road from the fire station. Grow together, harvest together. Peace out, 22. All right. This one right here. We could buy the land again for $140,000, and we have done so, which means whenever we end this series in the next episode, we will sell this plot of land, giving us another $140,000. So whatever we have is an investment, which is very nice. Now, where's my combine? Oh, that's all the way over here. Crap. So we're going to harvest this field, and then we're going to plow it up. So this is actually very large in comparison. So this is just the field, but it encompasses all of this. So we may end up cutting down some trees. I know eventually we're going to be on a logging map, so we'll see what we could do when it comes to that. Of course, we're going to have to probably sell all of the crop off of this and then go from there. So we'll drop it down, we'll turn it on, and we'll get to work. Let's see how much we can harvest off of this field. We're also going to see if we can invest in some generators or maybe something like that. Something that's going to make us passive income over the course of a few days. Because, of course, we're going to have to fast forward a lot of time in order to be able to harvest again. Oh, and if you didn't know, most of the base game fields, if they're at an angle like this, they should work just fine to hire a worker on. Some of you guys may know this, some of you may not, so hopefully help somebody. Actually getting a really good pull off this field, 8,800 liters already just for what we've done so far. So let's travel over here to this little guy and go ahead and get some of this straw picked up. Straw's going for decent money right now. Let's see, let's take a look. So we're looking right around $300, and it looks like the animal dealer for $2.99 per 1,000 liters. Not bad. So we'll pick up all the straw, then we will take over the grain, get that sold, or at least I think we will. I don't know, we didn't actually sell any of the stuff we did yesterday. Should we sell all that today? All right, almost done here. We'll pick up the harvester right where he leaves off. There it is. 16,000 liters. Not too bad. That should give us, what, $32,000? Something like that. It's a little bit unfortunate, really. I'm so used to having stuff like big old fields that pretty much pay for themselves after the first harvest. This one did not do that. It did not do that. Sad times. So right at the edge, we've got 293,000 liters of straw. That's pretty good. That is actually really close to $100,000. Yeah. Yo, straw is the move. Definitely a sell point that I am familiar with. I've had a lot of encounters with this sell point with stuff. But it seems that we are good to go. All right, we'll dump that out. And what do we get? 88,000. All right. Not quite 100,000, but it's good enough. It's also good enough to afford a plow, which is exactly what I need. Now we need to figure out what to do with our barley. Now, the Goldcrest Valley, which is the... Let's say Goldcrest Valley. That's the train, right? Yeah, I think that's the train. So we're not going to be using that. Johnson's Farmer's Market. This should be right over there. Yeah. And we're using our John Deere. Like I said, I've become very fond of this little John Deere. I'm loving it. So 16,000 liters, so $2,000 a liter, should give us about 32,000 liters. This is normally also the part where I would buy the grain mill. But number one, we don't have enough money to afford the grain mill. And number two, I think maybe that would be a very unwise decision. We need to make sure that our farming stuff is good to go because we have to, well, plan for the future. Ooh, but that actually brings up a very interesting point. If I buy a production chain, do I get to keep said production chain whenever I go to the next series? And I think the answer to that is yes. I don't know how I would do it, but I think the answer would be yes. Uh-oh, almost game crash. You know what? Save the game. So yeah, that's what I think. I think if I'm going to be buying a production chain, then we save it for the next series and we continue on. But we can't sell it. So if we buy it, it has to be a good one. Totally not making up the rules as I go. Caution. Rock on. This was an interesting one back in the day, trying to figure out, do we sell over there? Do we sell over there? Where do we sell? Do we sell here, 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 here? It's here. Any crops go in the grate and everything else goes off to the side right there. This is, yeah, different little spot. All right, 33 grand. So we're up to 127 now, so we have made back some of our money, but a lot of that came from the straw. Now that we've got everything done and it's all back over here to the main farm, let's take our 7810 here, beautiful tractor, and let's go buy a plow, because I'm going to be plowing up that entire new area. We also need to cut down some trees. There's a couple ways to do that, and I may end up having to use a mod for this because I'm not quite sure there's anything that's good enough that's a DLC to do what I want. All right, we just need a plow. Normally I would go with this one, but number one, we don't have enough power. Number two, it weighs a little bit too much. It says it weighs 3.1 tons in both configurations, which is definitely wrong. I'm assuming this version weighs a little bit less, but you never know, and I'm not taking any chances. So we're gonna go with this. It's a little bit lighter. Boom, done. And when you know it, we have zero, and I mean zero trouble moving this thing around. Yeah, I should probably fold it, but I just don't care. Ooh, we should find a car and try and hit it. Where's the car? Where's the car? Car. I'm kidding. Let's get over here. So dumb. Oh, and we need a way to cut the trees too. So of course, cutting trees down means we need a chainsaw. Well, that's actually really easy to get. We just come down here and get us a chainsaw. Can we lease one? No, we can't. All right, well, they're $1,000. I don't really care about keeping it, but we'll have it, I guess. I got a steel chainsaw. So the next part's interesting because I want to be able to sell this wood, and there's really not a good way to do that. So this is kind of the way to do it. So Yo Spawning mod, it's really nice. It's a mobile wood sell point. And you just walk around with it and you sell the wood. So we get some money for it because it's placeable. I could sell it back and then I can cut all the trees down that are on our area. So yes, most of the stuff we're using is base game. However, this is not. Should I put this like in front of the toy store so that it's like always here? Nah, we're going to be selling it anyway. So now we need to figure out what is on our, wow, that is just a hot mess, isn't it? It actually says growing, but I'm so confused. Yeah, anyway, over here, we need to figure out what is what and how's house. We get a couple trees, big trees, etc., etc. But all the way out to the very edge, it looks like all the way down to here, we can cut. So let's do it. Deforestation by DJ. These big trees, I don't know how much money they're going to make. Should probably not cut this because it's definitely a nice place where it's not going to cause anybody any trouble whatsoever. And I don't care. Man, that took a hot minute. Boom. I'm so used to using one of Yos's other mods. I think it's like Instant Cut or something where it just cuts it instantly, which has been really nice to have. However, it also causes a few little issues here and there whenever you're actually trying to do something. To be fair, I think that's all we need to cut down over here. All these are so far down, it's not going to cause any issues. And a couple over here, but again, I don't think they're going to be bad enough to cause any issues, at least some of these larger ones that are close by. Still a few, like this little guy right here, definitely needs to be cutted. And here's what it looks like after I've cut down some of the trees. Definitely quite a few on the other side. So now all I have to do is grab a hold of this and then click the button. And then the trees delete. So we have $109,000 now. So what are we going to get? Ooh, $1,200 for that one. Oh. Well, I totally forgot to cut this tree down. It just look away like it never happened. Click. And right over here. Click. There we go. Yeah, not a lot of money for those. And a few little odds and ends over here as well. I did leave some of the trees. To be fair, not all of them. You could definitely tell. Was at 97, 97, 1,000, 97, 97, 1,000. Yeah, we're doing all right. There we go. There's another nice 1,000. Click it over here. Is that it? Is that all the trees I cut down? Nope, nope. There's one there. Looks like it. Yeah. All right, cool. And just because I do not have the time, we're going into the F12 menu. We're in the object fill types. Bottom right, remove stumps. Click it. Yep. And it removes all the stumps. One thing it doesn't remove is this little setup right here. So I think what I'm going to do for that is go in here to delete objects. Yep. And we're going to try and delete this. Well, it turns out the delete objects mod is not actually working for this. I wonder if I can utilize the hide. Ooh. Yeah? Nope, that didn't work. Crap, found it. All right, do I want to do that? Let's go with no real quick, because I want to see if I can actually delete this. Cannot delete it, so it's going to have to be... There we go. Oh, I did delete it. Sweet. All right, so now there should not be any collisions at all on this, and there are not, which means we can build up around it, plow over it, and be good. And get rid of this chainsaw, because I really don't need that anymore. We can also get rid of our sell point. There we go, we got that. And now all we need to do is build up over this, which I actually have no idea how I'm going to do this. I guess we'll go with a level, just kind of around it like this. Doesn't look good, but what are you going to do? And then we'll go with a soften tool, maybe overall, like this. Yeah, it's still going to show, but I think that's level enough. Yeah, that's good. Plus, we'll always be able to see where it was. Now we need to get some plowing done because I'm literally just spending way too much time on one little thing here and there. All right, drop it down, enable create fields, and go. Hopefully this can do exactly what I want it to do. First things first is to draw an outline, and I think I've got the plow facing the wrong way. Let's raise it up and then flip it. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted right there. Now I can actually drive around the entire periphery of said field where I want it to be. Oh boy. It's not doing it. Oh, because I'm too close. Huh. Didn't think that was going to be a thing. Well, nonetheless, I found where I can go, and well, that's where we are. I think instead of yapping, it may be a good idea just to do this and get it done, so we'll see when this field's created. Yes! Looking back at it, oh yes! So now we need to figure out a few other goodies, like all those stones that are all over that field. We're going to have to get those up, so that's the next thing on the list. Then we're going to... You know, I'm looking at this. It says that it's not growing, but it says that it's wheat, but it's... I don't even know. I should probably plow that up as well, but I'm not going to. At the very least, we are going to have to run some fertilizer, so we will do that. But the next thing is going to be picking up them rocks, because we can actually take those, sell them, and make a little bit of money. So which rock picker do we go with? I think we go with this one. It's going to be a whole lot easier. As a matter of fact, there's actually couple modified versions of these, which is super cool. And I know we said we're using base game stuff, but this is base game enough, right? It's definitely a very cool setup here. Oh, there's also one other thing that we need to do, and that's going to be getting in here and smoothing out some of this terrain. This is way too steep. So jump in, landscaping, soften, you know the story. All right, now we got it all situated. Turn it on, pick up these rocks. I did make one little mistake. This. But it doesn't exist, technically. So we're good, I think? Yeah, there it is. All right, let's go and fold up everything, take it to the rock sell point, and sell some rocks. And it's funny because I use this as my test map. It's really weird seeing this area right here not completely flat. It's been a while since I've used this, so let's see if I still remember how it goes. Oh, that was a little bit too easy. Sell them out and see what we get. It's not going to be good, but it might be something. Yeah, 656 bucks. Yeah. Yeah, I see how that goes. Fertilizing's done. Seeding's done. And just like that, we are done with the fertilizing. You can see we still need to plow these fields, but well, that's not going to happen. Now to prepare for the winter, we're going to back around and come over here and just kind of set this right about here. And then whenever the eggs are ready, we're going to throw the eggs in the back of the truck and go sell them. Now, currently, we've got $116,000. And this is good because we can use this to make, passive income for ourselves. Because it's going to be about a year before we do anything else. What I'm going to end up doing is we're obviously starting in August and like every single map. Well, we're going to do like the first episode to 2 episodes in the first day. You could do a whole lot of stuff, but then we're going to fast forward an entire year and be in August in the second year. What that allows me to do is go in here to productions and generators and find some of these guys and place them down. And what it'll do is make us money over that year, a nice passive bit of income. It'll also give us a nice little boost so we can have some extra money. Yeah. Then once we've made the money that we needed to make over that course of the year, then we can come back and leave it be. By that I mean sell it. Yes, sell it. So I've done some math, and it looks like the things that we can afford, the large solar collector is going to be the best thing to go with, followed by the small wind turbine, and then this guy. That'll make us the most amount of money in the smallest amount of time. I think we'll be able to put down, one of these, and then maybe 2 of the other. I might also take out a loan just so we can have some extra, but yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. I don't know. We'll find out. So let's place these down. I think in the middle of the farm's gonna have to be where it goes. There's really nowhere else to put it. Oh no, wait, never mind. I forgot. I actually own everything. Or not own everything, but I can place anything down anywhere that I want. So I can actually put these wherever. Let's put them over here, like right across the road, so I'll see them, but it's far enough away where I don't have to worry about it. So I've taken out a $500,000 loan. Let's see if this pays off. I don't know if it will or not, but we're gonna, I guess, find out. Oh, I can actually put this right here. Look at that, look. It's going straight through the street lamp. All right, one more here, and then one more like right here. I think this is the last one I'll be able to afford. Yeah, that's gonna be good. So we don't have enough money for that, but I do have enough for some small wind energy. And actually, I think I've got enough for 4 of these. I think. Oh, let's find out. Let's place one there, and then another one. That might actually be a little bit too close. Here we go. We'll do another one there, and then one more here. Yeah, just enough just enough money for that. And I guess we've got enough money for this too, but I'm gonna keep that 10,000 in there because you never know what might happen. So there is enough to make us some extra cash over the course of the next year into the winter. Hopefully the amount of money that we have to pay back on the loan doesn't negate this. Also, you know what I'm thinking? We should be able to pay back the loan in less than the year, which might be really, really cool. So overnight we paid $1,666 in our loan interest, and we have didn't expect that. I forgot that these things turn. And we've made $11,000 in our solar panels. So these are ridiculous. So that also means that this is absolutely terrifying. So I have no idea what happened through here. So I'm gonna fix it. Today's goal is to get these weeds out of here. We've also got our solar panels and our windmills over here, wind turbines, rocket rolling, looking good. So we made about $20,000 overnight, which is fantastic. We're gonna take a few of that. Actually, I think we made more, less. I don't know. I don't think we bought the weeder yet, so we're gonna have to go do that. Get all these weeds out of here. And then fast forward some time. If you mentioned or missed the last one, if you missed the last video, we harvested a new field and got all kinds of stuff. And overnight we got some eggs. Where'd you come from? Hey, stay in there. We also have, well, right here. So we need a weeder, and I figure we'll go probably with this one. It's from DLC. It's from the premium expansion. So that's from Zelonka. It's, I don't know, the cheapest 6-meter one that we've got. There's another one where we could actually have seeders with it, but I don't know if these work without seed, and I'm nervous. I also don't really want to spend 18 grand. I feel like 6,500 is more than enough because I'm going to hire a worker anyway. There we go, 23,000, which means we could come in here and pay off a little bit of that loan that we had. There we go. 480,000. So we paid off 20 there. The more we pay off, the less we pay every day. So it's important that every day we pay off a little bit of that loan. We're not going to be able to pay it all back in a year. Actually, no, it should take us less than 10 months to pay it back. Should. Although $20,000 in a month, that only adds up to $200,000. I think I did my math wrong. If you missed it, we took a big old field and we plowed it up. There's a bunch of birds in there. They're eating all my birds, all the seed. We got that all full, ready to go, so that is nice. And then over here, one thing I need to double check. What is everything? How many, or what field, or wheels, sorry, all tires and tracks. Sweet. Man, I tell you what, I am out of it. I've been hanging out with my family this afternoon, and man, I'm everywhere. Well, we're a wild and crazy bunch, let me tell you what. All right, bring it here. Oh, I forgot about that part where it just tears everything outside the field right up. Can we hire an owner worker? Yes, we can. Go, go, go. Rock and roll. Probably gonna free that guy up a little bit. Slow it down. Not too bad. There you go. Cool. Now we can keep an eye on him here. Let's see, needs plowing. We'll go and turn that off, and we'll be able to take a look and just follow along and see. So our workers coming here. Actually, the weeds are really, really high. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do this myself. This ain't gonna take long at all. Couple things I have found out. Number one, I do not like this weeder. Mainly because it's a weeder. Number two, it didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. It brought them down to partial weeds, and they would still be growing. So we're gonna trade it out. So we sold it, reimbursed ourselves, and the fields are now the way I want them. I hated that it just like tore up the sides of the fields too. Not what I'm going for here, not what I'm going for at all. So I think for now, all field work is good, with the exception of a few things. So taking a look at this at the bottom left, we've got needs lime, needs plowing, needs rolling. Well, rolling and plowing ain't gonna happen, but lime might be able to happen. We're gonna go with this little Cavernalan spreader for that. Also, this does mean as well that we could probably sell the fertilizer spreader that we have. It would definitely save us some money. However, I'm kind of saving up for something else. As a matter of fact, I could probably just sell them all now and go with this. So this is a pretty cool piece. This is from the Kubota equipment pack. I really like this. I know it's not base game or DLC, but we did get a Kubota DLC. You know what? I'm buying it. So after moving some money around, selling things, and taking out another loan just to pay it back almost immediately, we now have our spreader, which will do solid fertilizer and lime. We got lime in here, so let's go lime the fields and see if it works. I have no idea. First stop, this field. Will it do lime? Nope. Well, I ruined that, didn't I? Okay, well, after all of those multiple failures, how's about we do this? We're gonna go to bed. And we're going to fast forward through some time. Every day in game, I'm going to pay off some of the loan. In a year, it's going to be more than enough time for us to be able to plow stuff, or not plow stuff, but have it. I don't think the crops are going to be withering because I don't have anything like that turned on. So, hey, we will see you in a year, August. Did I say a year? I meant November. Currently working on everything. However, quickly, the chickens are going to run out of food. So I have gone, taken the 2,000 liters of oats that we had, sold them to the grain mill, then going over to the store and bought a random amount of wheat out of a buying station. Although I will say, November in Farm Sim is very beautiful. And if it matters, we paid off $50,000 on our loan, which is great news. Now I'm gonna go feed these chickens. We're gonna go back to hibernating. Yeah, that's it. Well, here we are back in August again. And you wanna know something really funny? So these things right here, very interesting with these little guys. It says $8,928 a month. Cool. Perfectly fine. Awesome. Well, with the math that I was able to do, we should be able to pay for this in 10.5 months. Or 10.8. It's like 10-ish months. No. See, what we've done is we haven't been able to pay for it. I paid back half the loan in a whole year. Half of it. This was not a money-making venture. It's going to take another year just to break even. I mean, yeah, I have made money, but You don't want to take out a loan and pay it back in 2 years. Yeah, that's a bad thing. So let's make a little bit of money. How's about that? We are going to have to sell some eggs. We also need to sell some, well, I've been selling chickens like a madman. As a matter of fact, do we have some more ready? Yes, we do. Select them, sell them. There you go, another 88 bucks. I've been selling all the baby chickens because there ain't no reason to keep them. Well, because we're not taking them with us. We will take y'all, though, because y'all are doing great. Strap them down and ready to go. Now, big question here is going to be, where do we sell these? Well, you're not going to believe this. The fast food restaurant is the best price right now. And funny enough, well, bam, that's right across the street. This is perfect. If I'd have known that, I would have just put the chickens... Oh, boy. Oh, don't crash. If I'd have known that, I would have just put the chickens right over here and let it sell automatically. Now, prices are great. $4,200 per 1,000 liters. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish? Like 20 grand, something like that? Man, that's pretty good money right there. So we're going to sell all these and see what we can get. So in 1 year, we were able to make $35,000 in eggs. The total investment was like half that, if not less than half. So that tells me chickens are a good use of our money and time. Yeah, we may not make a whole lot of money right off the bat, but guess what? I mean, that's a pretty good amount of money. Yeah, all right. So there's that. Again, in 1 year, we've got our solar panels, so let's sell those. After it's all said and done, I think we're... that's a lot of money. That's pretty good. $653,000. That's really, really good in passive income. So now we're going to go through and just pay off the rest of our loan and see what that leaves us with. Should be a pretty decent amount. Yeah, $403,000. So that's... what do we have? 100,000 before them? So we profited about $300,000 over the year. Maybe about 250. Closer to 250. 300 with chickens. Not bad. So with this, we've got a few fields to hit, and I think I'm gonna start with the very one that we just completed? Created. Yeah, it's one of those words. No productions or anything like that. We are going to go straight on with it. So we're gonna harvest all of our fields, all 4 of them. We're gonna take that and sell it. So we've got our straw, we're gonna sell the straw. We've got our wheat, we're gonna sell the wheat. And I don't know, I might sell our placeables too. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. If we don't sell the placeables, there's a good chance that we finish with like 1 harvester and 1 extra tractor at the end of the 18 episodes. I don't want to do that. And in we go. Straw swath enabled. There it is. Love it. This is going to be a very interesting field, not only to harvest, but maybe come back through and figure out. I was a little not weirded out. It's an odd shape. It's a really odd shape. And yes, though we created it, it was I don't know. I think if I had to go back, I'd probably change up a few things. It's weird. Did you see it from above? Have you seen this? You heard about this? Look at this field. Looks like a weird Florida, but turned around the other way. So, yeah. I've done better. I've done much better. You know, I really don't want to call it before it's, while it's too early. But something tells me that this harvest is going to be great. Look at this. 5,200 liters already, and we haven't even finished this first pass yet. It's going to be 55. There it is. Almost 56 before we even did the whole pass. Ew! So it's going to be 10,000 probably after we finish the second pass. Maybe a little bit less. And then we hired on a worker, baby. Yeah, that's a good amount of money right there. We already got $10,000, almost $11,000 worth of grain in here. Ooh, let's go. So I'm gonna run 3 passes, but check this out. Look at this. It's growing right through it. Do you guys remember this thing? Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Alrighty, 15,000 liters later, we have finished our couple passes of said field. Now we've got to start running this. So what I've done is I've cut in here. This should allow us to, I don't know, run a couple straight passes with these. And I'm just hiring a worker so that it's at least uniform at the end of the day. But I'm turning them around on my own because I can do that about 4 times faster than the worker can. And complete. There we go. There's the last bit of straw. Perfect. So now that we've done that, you may say, oh, I'm just going to cut in right there and hire a worker. No, 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 no. See, if I do that, the worker's not going to do it right, because they do really well coming back on themselves, but not whenever they're going the other way. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come around here, and I'm going to cut straight down here, and then just kind of metal that all by myself, and then we'll come back, and then hire the worker, and the worker will be able to do the rest of that just in time for us to be able to go get a, well, we don't really need a cart, do we? But to go get something to pick up all the straw with. This is the only field that we have to babysit on. The other 3 are going to be fine. All we got to do is hire a worker, and they'll do the whole thing for us, no problem. Just like this. How cool is that? A couple things we can start thinking about or maybe talking about is upgrades. So, yes, this harvester's been fine, and also, yes, harvesting's like the one thing that we do the most. So, do we buy another one? No, 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 no. I think we're going to have to upgrade at some point. I think I've got a really good idea of which one I want. It's going to be something very similar, a base game piece, because, again, I don't think we got any combine harvesters in any of the DLCs, which is insane considering we got about 1 million tractors, of which, no offense, but I don't think many people use them. So, there's that. All right, I'll stop. Here's the part. Here it is. I'm going to hire a worker just to watch it go over it. Look at it. I wish that those had not been there. Because if you're not on PC, I don't know any way to delete those. There might be a way, but I have no idea what it would be. So, hey, for the next game, can we just not put those in there? Is that cool? Yeah. Let's not have those. I don't think any other map uses those anyway, especially in the middle of an area. And we're done. There you go. So all the work, or all the areas where I couldn't hire a worker, we got about 20,000 liters. Now I can finally hire a worker and let him go and do their thing right here. The reason I'm hiring here is because when they come back, they can actually go into the field this way instead of trying to go a little far out and catch the corner. So hopefully that works. Let's go get something to pick up the straw. I don't know if you know this, but there's a nice little like quick path between the main farm and this field right here. If you've never used it, hey, definitely check it out. Certainly helps a lot. Let's come around here and let's get working. Drop it down. Turn it on. Go, go, go. Ooh, it looks like the harvester's done. Yeah, 28,000 liters off of this one field. You know what? That's pretty darn good. That is pretty darn good indeed. So we'll try and skip around this little fence right here and hire him up on a worker on the other side. Now this coming field is kind of difficult, so might run one pass on either side. Eventually we'll be able to just kind of fly through. And also the fields, if I remember correctly, in the next map are even bigger. Oh, I can't wait. Let's go, man. Let's go. So the combine's over here. We actually ran a really interesting set of paths. Went around the entire set and then hired him up on 46. Figured that was probably good. And it looks like he's coming back on the last pass of 46 now. Is it the last one? Nah, he's got one more. He'll be all right. So we're going to come through, keep picking up all this straw again. This is all for selling. Getting close to finishing up this field right here. And yeah, it doesn't really take very long to finish up fields, does it? Hopefully, the further along we get, the more we'll be able to harvest and the bigger fields we'll be able to afford. I mean, I think we're doing okay right now, so that's great news. And got it. So we'll empty that out. Straw drops out. Very good, very good, very good. We're at 38,000 liters right now, which give us close to $80,000. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Hey, I would say who knows, but we'll find out very, very shortly. One more field to go. We're picking up all the straw as well. Drop it down. And hire worker. There it is. How much we got over here? 156. Almost 157,000 liters of straw. Yeah, that's pretty good. Although it's not going to give us a massive amount of money. We're only getting about $300, maybe a little bit less per 1,000 liters right now. Yeah, we're not going to get rich off straw. And we're done. There's harvest. That's it. I didn't have enough money to buy anything else. So there we are. I probably could have done a whole lot more within that year. I mean, I think this stuff was ready to harvest in like April or something like that. We definitely could have done this earlier, but I think going the full year, at least it simulates something. And generally, every 10 episodes or so in a Let's Play that I do, That also equals about a year. So, yeah. Fast forward in time. There you go. And now we get to selling. First one's going to be down here at the South Valley Biomass. This is where we're taking our straw. It's paying a little bit better down here. See, right there. What is it paying again? $304,000? Yeah, that's pretty good. Not $304,000. $340 for 1,000 liters. Still better than nothing, I guess. So we get a little 3, 2, 1 action, and then it starts to sell, and there's our money. 51 grand. And now our only thing left to do is going to be to deliver all of the wheat that we just harvested and sell it. Now, this is one of those times where I'm like, ooh, do we sell it? Or do we take it to the oil mill? Do we take it to the grain mill, sell it to the grain mill, and then trick the grain mill, and then buy the grain mill, and then take the grain that we sold to the grain mill, and then buy the bakery and make bread with the flour? I don't think so. But man, do I want to. One of my favorite things to do is to fly through Field 11 like I own it. Love it, man. I love it. Looking at things, I think maybe I'm going to avoid buying the grain mill now. That seems like something that we need to do at the beginning part of a series so that we can actually get things out of it within that year. Maybe not on the last day. So we'll dump this out. We'll get this sold. And then, yeah, I think we're going to go and sell the base game buildings. Why not, right? It's extra money. Gives us a little bit extra boost moving forward. So 90 grand there. First things first, let's go ahead and sell the land that we got from New Farmer, or past New Farmers. There's another $140,000. I really want to sell these because you get good money for that. There's 76,000. There's another 89,000. This right here, I guess that's nothing, huh? Maybe this building is just something. You got 38, and the house 115. I mean, yeah, cheating, but so. What do you expect, man? It gives us a leg up and allows us to buy some more equipment quickly. And so here's where we are. We are millionaires, but only just $1,862,000. Everything that you see here is going to be placed down elsewhere, minus these seeds. They're gonna get out of here. Can we throw this at the combine and make it fall in there? Let's see. Yay! Fail. All right, so that's where we are now. We've got all of our equipment. Actually, I'm gonna go around. So all of this should fall. Yeah, all of it should fall. This is all you got to do is flick around to it. So that brings us to here. Yay! We are going to make our way over. You can turn off. Please turn off. There we go. We're going to make our way over to Upalon, or Hot Baileron, as I like to call it. And we will see you there. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Elmcreek. Next part of the series is going to be a weird one.